What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the special edition Morphin Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, these figures were released in 1995 during the season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and a lot of people forget that the Power Rangers actually did receive special metallic armor. It was in season 3, and it occurred in episode 28, I believe it was. It was a 3-part episode. It was called Master Vile and the Metallic Armor. Now, another interesting fact about that episode, the first part of it, was the fact that the Zeo crystal got its very first mentioning in that episode. Up until that point, it had never been mentioned before. Now, the next season after season 3 was Power Rangers Zeo, and they did receive their powers from the Zeo crystal, so I thought that was very interesting. Now, back to the figures, a lot of people will closely associate these with the movie edition Rangers, and while they do look very similar, there are some main differences. The packaging, of course, is different with the movie edition Rangers, and the movie edition Rangers actually have no auto-morphing function. They are just the figure with the helmets, and they have no actual flip head action. These cool metallic figures, though, still have that auto-morphin action, although it does come at a price, even though we get some cool metallic armor and some cool looking packaging that is slightly different from the Series 2 release. They do not come with their actual weapons. They only come with power blasters. The only exception to that is the White Ranger Tommy. He actually does not come with a blaster for the first time, I believe, ever since the Green and White Rangers have been released. They did not include a power blaster with Tommy this time, but he does get Saba. So we're going to take a look at them one by one here. We're going to start with the blue metallic Ranger Billy. Billy Zord was probably one of my favorite Zords, and an interesting thing about the Zords, you will notice that these figures do not have the Dino Zord coin symbol, or their Dino Zord symbol, whichever one you want to call it, on their actual chest. They now have the Ninjetti Megazord symbols, and Billy here has the Blue Wolf Ninjetti Megazord, which was my favorite of the 5. Down here in the corner, we have Billy's out of action form right here, and the original Rangers, which is Billy and Kimberly, all have their original head sculpt from the original release of the Automorphin Rangers, and Adam, Aisha, Rocky, and Tommy have all of their original head sculpts from the Series 2 release of their Automorphin figures. Now we will take a look at the back. Now all of the figures have this shiny gold sticker on them that say New Metallized Ranger. If you'll notice, the packaging back here has been slightly changed. We now have lightning bolts coming down on each side. The top, the artwork, the placement of the wording and everything like that is still pretty dead on from the original Series 2 release. Now on the back, we still show the original Red Ranger up here for that automorphin action, but we now have the Metallic Rangers, the Special Edition Rangers right here for Season 3. The picture is actually of the Movie Edition Rangers. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see it right here, but they do not have the automorphin function. There is no cutout for their chest piece to fall down. Those are the Movie Rangers. We also have the Series 3 villains right here. We've got Master Vile and all of his monsters. Now all of the packaging is the same on the back, so we're not going to take a look at that anymore, but we will check out all the Rangers. And as you can see, he does not come with any of his power lance, just the blaster. Alright, let's check out the red Automorphin Metallic Ranger. We have Rocky here. Here is his head sculpt from his Series 2 release. Once again, blaster, sticker, no power sword. He has the ape there on his chest. Alright, let's check out Kimberly, the pink metallic automorphing Ranger here. She has the Crane Zord symbol on her chest. My cases are slightly scratched up from things sliding across them, but they are protecting my figures in there. So here we have Kimberly's out of action form from her very first original automorphin figure. And we've got the sticker and the blaster, but no power bow. Moving right along, we have the black metallic automorphing Ranger. We have Adam here. He has his original head sculpt from his Series 2 release. No power axe, just the power blaster. We've got our sticker over here. And we have the Frog Ninjetti Zord there on his chest emblem. Other than the paint being the more metallic color, of course, and no weapons and different packaging, the molds of the figures look to be the exact same from their original Morphin action figures that were released. They have just changed the paint up a little bit. Here is Aisha in her out of action form. No power daggers, power blaster, sticker, and she has the bear on her chest. Very, very cool. All right, last but certainly not least, let's check out the fearless leader. Here is Tommy, the Morphin white metallic ranger. We have Saba instead of a blaster. We have our sticker. And we have Tommy, that is his head sculpt from the Series 2 release. Let's get a good look here of Tommy, the Morphin white ranger. Very, very cool. I will put up a example right here to the right just so you can see the differences in the packages of the Series 2 to these special editions. Basically, the triangle in the background is no longer there. We have the lightning bolts. For the most part, the artwork and everything up top is still in the same spot and looks the same. Very, very neat. I am glad that we got a special edition release of them in their metallic armor, especially since it is something that actually occurred in the show. I would have much rather seen them actually come with their weapons, however, but yeah, I guess nothing we can do about that. But we did at least get the blasters, and Tommy actually got Saba with no blaster for once. I always make fun of the fact that they always include a blaster with the Green Rangers and White Rangers, even though they never had one in the show. But they actually fixed it this time, and he did not get a blaster. So that has been the special edition Morphin Rangers. I actually don't have any of these Rangers outside of their packaging, so I can't 100% confirm if there are any actual differences in the head sculpts from the original molds that they probably made these off of their original selves from the Series 1 and Series 2 releases. However, the pictures are exactly the same, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that they are the exact same mold, with maybe an exception of some different paints applied, being a little thicker or thinner here or there, much like the Morphin White Ranger from Series 2 and the Green Ranger from the Series 1 release. Those were pretty much exactly the same, but the paint did look like it was a little different in certain spots. So that has been these awesome metallic Morphin Rangers. Stay tuned. I'm going to be bringing you guys a lot more stuff. We got a lot more stuff to look at and review in the future, and I've got some projects I'm going to be taking on for doing some modification to some things. After that successful Green Ranger modification, it's really got me wanting to modify some more things and see how it turns out. So stay tuned for that. And until next time, everybody, I will see you next video.